Von Miller, Commander's edge rusher. Listen to Von's podcast, Free Range, on the Odyssey app or download it wherever you get your pods. Von, what's up? How are you? How was the bye week for you?
Howdy, guys. How's it going?
Hey,
good.
I was in Dallas with the fam.
Nice.
Nothing special or nothing cool. I was just, kicking it with my kids and family back in Dallas.
All right. Do you have like a nice home in Dallas? Is it like a ranch? Is it like a farm setup? Because we know you're into like the free range chickens. That whole thing is a passion of yours. What's your home setup in Dallas like?
No, man, I just got a condo. The market is crazy in Dallas right now. I want to build soon, but right now I just got a condo, just trying to figure it out.
All right, so your dream home is going to be in your home state of Texas.
Yep. My mom always told me too. If you want to make God laugh, start making plans. I want to be in Texas, but it could easily be here in DC or back in Denver or wherever.
Okay, so flexible.
So I know you're a football junkie. You're a sports junkie, but you're a football junkie. So you're with the fam. So are you like with the kids, or are you sitting down there and you're really consuming like 8, 10, 12 hours of football on Sunday?
Watching you. Are you saying like if I'm not playing?
Yeah, like on a bye week.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I would like to do both. I would like to try to. I got a 4-year-old, and my youngest son, he'll be 3 in February. So I got 2 little boys. In a perfect world, I would like for us all to sit down and watch football.
Watch together.
But it's hard to get. It's hard to get them to pay attention to it. But yeah, in a perfect world, we would all sit down and watch Red Zone on one TV and have like a specific game on another, and like multicast on another TV.
So Vaughn, say the Commanders have a game in the evening, a primetime game, and there's a game from Europe, whether it's England, Germany, whatever, that you're obviously not playing in. Are you going to wake up at 9 o'clock and watch the 9:30 Eastern kick of the Europe game, and then just watch until you have to leave for your game?
Yeah, I mean, typically, at the team hotel, the games are already on. So, like I said, man, when it comes to football, I love football. So, sorry, my bad. I love football. So, whenever it comes to, football and I could, watch whatever it is, I'm up watching it. If that's 9:30, I'm already up. I get up around, 8 on game days. So, I'm watching that. And then I'll watch the games after that, leading up to our primetime game, Sunday night.
As a guy who's been in the league for many, many years and is a football junkie, we were having a discussion about teams that are under center versus teams that are under shotgun. What is harder to defend for you?
I mean, if you got a solid running game, both of those work. You can have a solid running game on a shotgun. You can have a solid running game on under the center. That play action element is really hard on pass rushers, especially when you have an effective running back or a running game. So I think it's just depending on the type of running game that you have. You're not fooling nobody if you can't run the ball and you get under center. So they know exactly what you're about to do. So I think that element of surprise is always hard on pass rushers in the secondary, and obviously linebackers too. When you're able to get them up tight to the line of scrimmage, it opens up routes behind them. So it just depends on the running game, what you're able to run offensively.
Hey, Vaughn, you're not going to get caught up in your feels, are you, when you look across the line of scrimmage this weekend and you see that old Denver Broncos logo that you played for so many years, right? That's not going to affect you, is it? Let's hope it doesn't.
No, I'll be lying and saying if I said I don't have a special place in my heart for the Denver Broncos. That's obviously there.
Mm-hmm.
But this is my third time. This is my third time playing the Denver Broncos since I left. So it's a lot has changed since I was there. A lot is different, but their love is still there. Obviously I'm playing for the Commanders and I want to win the game. I want to have success against my old team. But I still love those guys over there. Cortland Sutton is one of my good friends, and Garrett Bowles is one of my good friends. Patrick Surtain, I was there when he got drafted. So I still got, a lot of connections over there. So I'm not about to cry and won't be able to play in the game because I'm so emotional.
Good.
No, that's
like
not,
to
that's
hear
not,
that. What Denver?
No, that's not going to happen though.
What Denver Broncos quarterbacks have you sacked as members of other teams? I know you know the pelts that you have on your wall.
Yeah, I have not had a sack against the Denver Broncos.
Oh,
I think that's a
gap in your resume.
Well, this is
there,
the perfect
Vaughn.
week. This means you're going to have like 2 against Bo Nix. I love to hear
Man,
that, actually.
Hey, I'm curious,
That'd be
Vaughn. So you get drafted by the Broncos in 2011. Prior to that, you grew up in Texas. You played college football in Texas. What was the cold like and the snow like for you in those early years?
I thought I knew what cold was, but I really didn't. Like, a cold game for us was 20 to 25 degrees, 30 degrees. When I went to Denver is where I really got introduced to cold weather, and then going to Buffalo is really where I had a good relationship with cold weather. I like it cold. I think as bad as we can get the elements and still have traction, that falls into the type of game that I want to play.
Did you ever miss a practice because you were like stuck in the snow?
And Buffalo
or Denver?
No, Denver, it didn't really snow as much. I don't think as a member of the Denver Broncos we ever got a snow day. In Buffalo, I mean, we had it's probably like 3 or 4 practices a year that we had to stay home and just watch and do like practice on Zoom or whatever. But it wasn't really that bad in Denver. We have about 300 days of sunshine in Denver. That's with all 4 seasons. So it snows in Denver, but it doesn't really stick. In Buffalo is where it really gets crazy.
Hey, Vaughn, I should know this, but I don't off the top of my head. In the cold weather, are you a long sleeves under your jersey guy or no?
I mean, I wear long sleeves whether it's hot or cold. So I'm just a long sleeve guy.
Okay.
It doesn't matter about the elements. It could be 90 degrees. I'm gonna have sleeves on. It could be 5 degrees. I'm gonna still have sleeves on.
Why is that when it's hot? Why do you like it when it's hot?
Well, for one, I'm allergic to grass, and
really?
I got asthma and I'm allergic to grass, so that really plays into playing good football.
What else are you allergic to? Anything other than grass and that's the top one.
It's
just grass?
Yeah,
maybe cats.
Cats. What about cats or dogs?
No, it's just no pets.
Horses, rabbits.
It's just no animals. It's just grass. No food allergies or anything like that. It's
allergic to like sulfa
grass.
drugs, penicillin.
He just told you only grass.
I feel like I need to know all these things about
That's
Vaughn.
crazy. We're getting to know Von Miller. Hey, Von, this is something we were talking about before. What is Von Miller's stance on dudes who wear pajama pants like to work or to the airport or something like that?
They don't wear them to work. I mean, the radio doesn't count.
I'm not really like a pajama. I'm not really like a pajama guy.
Right.
Yeah, I'm I like wearing sweats to the airport and to work and stuff like that. But not really like a pajama guy. They're pretty thin too, so they don't really have like the comfiness that I'm looking for. I'm a sweat guy.
Hey,
right.
Vaughn, like after last night's game between the 49ers and Panthers, there was a little skirmish between Jawan Jennings, I believe Trevor Moreg from the Panthers, because Moreg apparently punched Jennings in, below the belt during the game. And then, he got his vengeance after the game was done. Do you wear a cup during a game? I know it's a very invasive and personal question, but do you wear that sort of protection during a game? And if not, why not?
I've been in the league 15 years and I played with so many different guys, and I have never wore a cup, and nor am I aware of anybody, wearing a cup on the football field. I think that's kind of like, I don't know. I think that's kind of like too much. I don't know. In my 15 years, even in college and high school, even in Little League, I have never been aware of, anybody wearing a cup or me.
Well, you've definitely taken some shots to that part of your body, 100%. I mean, playing all these years of football.
You really don't. You really don't. It's crazy because you really don't have that type of problem. You
don't get like a running back's helmet in your nads.
Well, what about at the bottom of a pile? There's got to be some dirty player that's just trying to knock you out of a game.
No, I mean, let me knock on wood, and let me knock on wood, and so in my 26 years of football, Little League included, I have had 1 or 2 instances where I had to, recover from something like that. And, it's very, very rare. It is.
Right. Okay. Hey, you
Good
learned
insight.
something.
All right, so let's get to the defense. Obviously, you guys made a switch where Dan's calling the plays and Joe Witt is back up in the booth. Did you feel there was a difference for you guys?
Honestly, no, man. I didn't feel it. I didn't feel a difference. To me, our problems are not. They don't fall on the coach's shoulders. That's just my opinion. I feel like, the problems that we're having. It's within the players, and it's for us to figure out. There is no magic call. There is no magic scheme. I've always felt like DQ has done a great job coaching, and Coach Witt has done a great job coaching. When he came down to the field, I didn't see a difference there. I didn't see a difference when he was in the booth. I don't think that's where our problems lie, whether we had a defensive coordinator on the field or not, or whether DQ is calling the plays. The problems that we're having are within the players, and it's us on the players to really figure that out. Is
it in the players making mistakes or in the players' capabilities?
Yeah, I'm sure it's definitely mistakes, whether it's me on one play and then, the very next play it's another guy, and then it's another guy on this play, and it's another guy on this play. It's kind of like that. We got to find ways to be solid for consistent plays on the football field. It's not a scheme thing, in my opinion. And I think the problems fall, on the same thing as with the special teams too, in the offense. Like it's this guy on this play, this guy on that play, instead of just having consistent plays where everybody is solid. I don't think it's not a coaching, call or play caller issue that we're having, in my opinion.
Talking to Von Miller from the Washington Commanders. He's at 4.5 sacks. All right, so let's preview your next opponent. You guys are playing on.
Is it 4? Is it 4 or 5?
Oh, let's double check.
Oh, I thought you had 4.5.
We're gonna double check.
I got you at 5. I got you at 5.
We're 5.
Yeah, don't slight the man. Don't take his half sack.
I just need 3. I just need 3 to be in the top 10. That half sack, that'll be 3.5 that I need. I'm gonna keep it track.
Something tells me there's a financial incentive tied to some of those numbers too.
No, I don't think that's what. I think he's doing this for legacy, right? I think that's what you care about.
I mean that bonus. I mean that's there, and that's all good, but it's not like something that I'm like going in the games thinking like, hey man, let me go ahead and get this. Like that's just part of the contract that I signed, which is all good, and I would like to get that too. I'm not saying I don't want that. I definitely, want that. But for me, what is more important is the legacy part of it. I got this season and these games, these 6 games right now. I want to play next year. But I mean, who knows, what'll happen with that. So all I have is the present moment right now to be able to do what I can.
So what do you see on film from the Denver Broncos offense? You got a second-year quarterback in Bo Nix. You mentioned your friend, one of the weapons on the outside for him. What do you see in Denver?
Man, those guys are solid all over, and it's definitely led with Bo Nix. And, I think guys really underestimate his speed, man. He's not like Lamar Jackson or anything like that, but he's definitely up there. And he can throw, he can pass. He has moxie, as guys would say. He has this confidence about him. The offense definitely runs through him. They got a solid run game. Offensive line is definitely a weapon for those guys too. And Cortland Sutton, he's having an amazing season as well. So really, every single position group on that offense, they're doing a really good job.
What's going on with your guy Myles Garrett? He's going to have like 30 sacks at this pace.
Yeah, Myles Garrett's going crazy. I think he had 3 sacks this week, and then 4 sacks the week before, and then 5 after that. It's insane. Like, he came in the league 6 years after me, and I think he's only 14 sacks behind me. So I gotta get as many sacks as I can.
Yeah, you better hurry up, Vaughn.
You want to stay in the top 10.
I gotta get as many sacks as I can, and I gotta get deep in the top 10. I gotta get to like 6 to stay in the top 10. So, that's
Vaughn. How does that work with your? I mean, I'm sure you know what packages and play calls you're in, right? Are you like a kid in high school or something who's just like standing right next to the coach, like I'm available, like get me in more type thing, or like how does that work?
Yeah, that's exactly it. And obviously I can play the run. I can play the run. I can do all this stuff too. But we obviously got guys that do that better. And if it's a guaranteed rundown or something like that, then you want guys that can, play that, to the best of our ability. Not saying that I can't do it, because I definitely can do it, and I'm definitely on the sideline, like chomping at the bit to get in there.
Do you say anything?
Like I said before,
or do you stand there?
No. We all got I got an open communication with DQ and Coach Tapp. But I mean, all of these games that we've been in, we've been down. Like, I'm able to play my best, and my superpowers really come to life when we're defending in the lead and we're up by 10 points or two scores, where we can just anticipate the snap count and jump the snap count and be athletic at the top of the rush and do all of these things. Like, the game is close and they're running the ball, they got play action on top of that, and we're down by 17 points. That's really not a
It's a nightmare for you, actually, trying to chase sacks.
Yeah, it's a nightmare trying to get in there and do what I can do. So that's just the type of situation that we've been in the last 6 games.
Last question. I know we got to run. Are you shocked that this team is in this position it is right now?
I would say, like, I'm super optimistic all the time. So coming here to the Commanders, I was super optimistic on the type of season that we could have. We just went to the NFC Championship last year. One of the best quarterbacks in the league. We got one of the best wide receivers in the league. Offensive line with Laramie Tunsil and Josh. Like, we had all of these weapons, and just slowly it's just like this injury bug just started to just bite us. At first it was Dietrich Wise and Austin Eckler, which were 2 huge weapons for us, and then it was Terry and Jaden, and then Jaden came back. I haven't been looking, like, I wouldn't say I'm surprised, because I haven't been looking up like, dang, like, I was expecting this or expecting that out of this season. But the injury bug just kind of like slowly, like, just took its toll on our team. And, that's never an excuse, because other teams have to deal with that as well.
But it's a fact.
But but we've really been hit hard, and that changes the way that, we talked about play calling earlier. That changes the way you call plays. It changes the schemes that you can put out there. This is a super competitive league and a super competitive division. And, the injuries that we've had they've been extreme, man. And, season-ending injury after another. And it's just been tough to really rebound from that and play the type of ball that we can. But we still can't do it, and we have found ways to be competitive in these games. We just haven't been able to get the outcome that we want to have the type of season that we want.
All right, well, hopefully it's a good outcome against the Broncos. We'll talk to you again next week. Thanks for the time, Vaughn. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you, buddy.
Hey, I appreciate you guys.
Thank you, pal.
That's Von Miller, Commanders Edge Rusher. Listen to his podcast, free range on the Odyssey app, or download it wherever you get your podcasts.